President, Confederation of Indian Industry, respected Rajiv Memani, Director General, Confederation of Indian Industry, respected Sri Chandrajit Banerjee, distinguished friends, members CAI, media. I am very happy. I am having a unique identity with CAI, not now for the last 3 decades. When there were no takers, I am only the person who came forward and stood with you. All these years you are supporting me. Really, I am thankful to you. This is the best organization in promoting Indian industry and also investment. I am very happy by seeing all of you. I am having a lot of confidence and also enthusiasm. Today I wanted to share some of my thoughts. Always I am having 2 agendas. One is a national agenda, second is my own agenda, that is my state. I am confident you will support both. The next global competition will not be won only by capital. It will be won by knowledge, technology, trust and speed. It is always a pleasure to engage with the Confederation of Indian Industry, an institution that has played a major role in shaping India's economic and industrial transformation. Governments can create ecosystems, but industry, innovators, entrepreneurs, and institutions create long-term economic strength. India stands today at another historic inflection point similar to the reforms era of the 1990s. This transformation, however, will now be driven by AI, quantum computing, semiconductor, clean energy, advanced manufacturing, and intelligent logistics. The countries that integrate technology, talent, innovation, energy security, and manufacturing ecosystem, the fastest will define the next global economic order. I am very happy. Excellent entrepreneurs, innovators are here. Apart from all these things, we are very fortunate to have a right leader, right time, at right place. That is our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji. Why I am saying this? After economic reforms, before economic reforms, I have seen so many Prime Ministers. Economic reforms has given an opportunity for all of us and also think differently with innovations. In 1995, I became first-time Chief Minister. 91 reforms and technology revolution, internet revolution, mid-90s. From then onwards, I am watching. Even so many reforms, so-called today telecom deregulation, open sky policy, even all infrastructure reforms, power sector reforms, even national highways, so many reforms I have seen in this country. All these reforms in different governments along with CA, I was instrumental to move forward. I am very happy to announce that. Today, why I am referring Honorable Prime Minister, country is having very stable government. You have seen recent West Bengal election. Even West Bengal, huge victory, historic victory. Earlier we used to talk what West Bengal thinks today, country thinks tomorrow. For the last 4 or 5 decades, West Bengal never thought, no forward. From now onwards, under our Honorable Prime Minister leadership, you are going to see different West Bengal. Unlocking the potential. That is the beauty of our Honorable Prime Minister. He is not only a reformer, always winner. In elections, both has to go together. Otherwise, we will have a problem. If both will go together, there is no defeat for entrepreneurs. You will have a better future in that direction. In this, I wanted to give you one example yesterday. Today, geopolitical situation is a reminder for all of us. We are all thinking how to mitigate. Our Honorable Prime Minister has given national mission. He has given 7 or 8 points. One is postpone purchase of gold. That is first suggestion he has given. Second one, if you see, energy conservation. He has given a great call. I know very well, around 97, 98 I started, around 99 I brought reforms in power sector reforms. That was the first reform in the country itself. I was able to produce good results. I was able to give very good light for the nation. At the same time, I lost election 2004 because of our sector reforms. Very, very tough at that time. People didn't digest. This is where all of us has to think how to conserve energy and also how to produce energy. This is all of you. I am requesting you. What all required for your industry, you have to produce at your factory itself. That is not far. That is a reality today. Every home, every agriculture pump set, every factory, every commercial complex, you have to generate power. Second one, he made a third one, use public transport. In the recent past, we are seeing big problem of gas. Even LPG gas is a problem. Now petrol, diesel. There is a big problem. War is somewhere. We are not responsible. All of us are suffering. So this is another call. Third one, he made a call that is work from home. It is a reality. Anywhere you are, you can work from home. Everything is available now. Another call, greater self-reliance. This is also need of the hour. Reduce fertilizer consumption. Go for natural farming. It will help both ways. That is foreign exchange and also health. It is going to impact hugely. Now all of us, especially giants who are all here from industry, everybody should take it as a national mission. It is not only Prime Minister's task, it is a task for all of us. I am confident we have to take up in a big way. Always crisis, it is a challenge. Every challenge will generate opportunity. Now, after this crisis, I am confident India is unstoppable. India will emerge as a global giant. This is going to happen. This movement can accelerate India's transition towards sustainable growth and energy independence. India must aggressively scale renewable energy, green hydrogen, pumped storage, biogas, ethanol blending, EV mobility, and decentralized energy systems. Andhra Pradesh, we are promoting prosumer concept. Every individual is a producer and also a consumer. From my rooftop, I can generate power. There is a need, I can use it or give back to the grid. Whenever you need, you can draw by swapping. So this is the concept, microgrid system we are establishing, so that I don't want to face tomorrow transmission losses and at the same time shortage of power. So natural farming is another one sector. We are going in a big way. 20 lakh acres of land, it is under natural farming in Andhra Pradesh. 20 lakh farmers are engaged. We are able to reduce in a big way fertilizer consumption, and also we are improving health condition, and also we are integrating further certification and also traceability in natural farming. And also here, last year, while addressing the CAI Governing Council, I spoke about the disconnect between government, industry, and academia. The future belongs to societies where governments, industry, and academia innovate together, not only in isolation. Industry requires employable talent immediately. Governments brings investment and public support. Universities produce graduates. Yet all three often contribute to function independently. India cannot aspire to become a global deep tech and manufacturing leader if industries still need to spend months retraining graduates before they become productive. If talent is India's strength, employability must become India's national mission. The next phase of India's growth must be built on integrated ecosystem where research, skilling, startup, manufacturing, governance, and innovation move together.